Chelsea Football Club are not stopping the spending. Noni for £35 million got put on a flight on Turkish Airlines and he's on his way to London, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. And now we're interested in a midfielder. Caicedo, an inquiry into Bissouma, and Kessie's potentially on the list. We are looking for reinforcements and we're actively going to get them. We're literally a kid that got his trust fund and does not know how to spend it. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, and in today's video we are going to be covering the potential new signing of Noni. The signing has been one that's been promised for a while now. Ruud van Nistelrooy came out openly and basically said the deal was going to happen. When we signed Mudryk, I didn't think it was going to happen, but Fabrizio says it's happening and basically going to be confirmed within the next 48 hours if things are going to follow a similar pattern. We'll talk about our midfield issues. Matt Law has had a lot to say yet again, but before we get to that, I need you lot to hit the like button. I want 1,000 likes on this video. I need you lot to smash that subscribe button and follow me on Instagram in the pinned comment. Yes, I respond when you guys DM me. One of you messaged me and goes, oh my god, you actually responded. Of course I responded, bro. Come on. I'm here to talk about football and build the community. But let's start. Hey, it's been a long day. So I'm at work, I'm getting a message from a friend and he actively says to me, Noni's a done deal. I'm like, what? Noni is a done deal. When we signed Mudryk, I thought that's it. No more wingers at Chelsea. Like, we're gonna have enough players, but it looks like we are signing him. All right, so what do we know? It's a £35 million deal. He's a under 21 England international. He's very creative. He's a great dribbler and he loves to take people off. Whether his injury concerns are realistic or whether he's just been unlucky, they're there, so we can't avoid them. His injury record is abysmal. I can't say anything other than that word. He has been injured so many times with muscle injuries that I don't understand how he's going to pass a med. But Chelsea are going to make this happen and somehow this guy is going to become a Chelsea player. Evidently, we don't learn from our past. Signing injury-prone players like Pulisic causes one thing to happen. Either he's great and you're always wondering what if, or you never find out how good he is because he's never building up the consistency. But he's going to become a Chelsea player, so we need to be honest and we need to be objective about this. Welcome to the team. I really hope you shine, but from what I've seen of him, what I've read, I don't know what we're doing personally because I don't see the fuss around this player. But that's just me. Evidently, Vaville, who is very high on this player, sees something. And this is the profile of players we're going to be going after in the near future. Guys, we're making the initial outlay. We're going to spend a lot of money now, raise the ceiling of the squad, raise a nice foundation of a squad, and then after we sign in 1 or 2 players, either going in for superstars or promoting youth. That's what Chelsea are trying to do. And Noni is another signing where they believe 35 million now, in a year's time, it could be 80, 90 million. So they're going in early, they're cashing a check, and they're getting him in. What this actually means for Chelsea, I don't know, because there's more bodies than there is allocated players on a pitch. I don't know how we're going to balance this, but it's going to have to happen one way. So Chelsea apparently have been offering Kavkas View in an exchange to get Yves Bissouma out of Tottenham. So Chelsea contacted Tottenham and said, look, we'll take Bissouma off your hands, we'll give you Kavkas View in return, or we can give you straight cash. Tottenham said not for sale. This is being reported by Matt Law. This is making a lot of sense. Ziyech is an individual that Chelsea don't want in the team. He's a depreciating asset. They know that the market out there for Ziyech financially isn't great. They're going to get, what, £15 million, £12 million for Kavkas View at this moment in time. They're taking an L, they're taking a hit. But, and this is the big but, I don't think this is the way to do it. I don't think any club in England is actively going to go and take him off your hands. Maybe Manchester United, but that's just the Ten Hag effect. I don't see Ziyech moving on anytime soon in this window. Maybe in the summer he goes somewhere where he wants to go himself. And it's most probably going to be at a huge discount price or a loan with an option to buy. But even then, I don't know how mad that option is going to be. Matt Law also said Chelsea are actively interested in Bissouma, and this makes a lot of sense. Bissouma played under Potter. Bissouma looked amazing under Potter. Bissouma's got great physicality, good passing range in entire areas, carries the ball very well, and has a good pot shot, something that Chelsea have been really lacking. He wins the ball in transition well and gets attack started quick. It makes sense. It's what Chelsea need at that midfield. It's what we've been crying for a while, and it's what we've been begging for N'Golo Kante to get fit. just to give us elements of that skill set back, because we've been missing it. He also says we should keep an eye out on Chelsea and Kessie at Barcelona. This makes sense again because Kessie is an underappreciated asset at Barcelona. The move to Barcelona has not orientated the way he wanted. The emergence of Gavi and Pedri has really blockaded his growth. So for me, Kessie could be an alternative, but it looks like a B, C, D, E plan. I think the initial plan is the next man we're going to... So we all know the saga about Enzo Fernandez that we went after, Enzo Fernandez, and it didn't really work out, right? Benfica want the money up front. They basically said, look, put the money on the table and walk out. Take your shoes off my carpet, mate. Evidently, Chelsea weren't going to be able to pay 125 million. It would just completely destroy them financially. Like, they can't afford to do something like that. Right? But what Chelsea were willing to do, and Chelsea were encouraging themselves to do, is go in for another player. And this other player is Moises Caicedo. Caicedo at Brighton is an Ecuadorian international. He had a very good World Cup. He has really come to the throne at Brighton in the last 18 months to the point where he's been touted for a big move ever since they signed him for £4 million. This guy is quick across the ground, very decent on the ball, eats up ground like there is no tomorrow, wins the ball in transition, and is quick to start attacks off. Something Chelsea have been lacking. When you're playing the 3 at the back system, you need the 2 in the midfield to be absolute monsters. And he is a mentality monster. He is a top professional. And it's something that Chelsea want to go and acquire. The issues here are Brighton know we're desperate. And Brighton don't sell. Right? Brighton are not in the business of giving Chelsea what they want. Brighton took 62 million for Cucurella. What do you think they're going to do for Caicedo? Chelsea tested the water with a bid. This is reported by, number 1, The Athletic, and number 2, Matt Law, and number 3, Ben Jacobs. So we know this is true. They basically threw a number out there and said, look, 65. Brighton said 75 plus. This is a problem, because you can't be bidding 75 plus for Caicedo. I understand the qualities he brings, and I understand the evolution of our midfield if we get it. But I'm saying now, you bid 75 million for Caicedo, what on earth is going to happen the next time you try to buy another player? Guys, the issue with signing so many players at such high prices is every time you pick up the phone, I'll just tell you how these conversations go. Hey, Perez, I want to buy a Valverde off. Oh yeah, so you were willing to pay 120 for Enzo, 200 million. That's literally how these conversations will go. Anytime you go after a good player, Edu, yeah, Saka. How much do you think Saka's going to be worth? Oh, well, you bought Mudryk for 87 million. I got a proven player over here. Let me just 200 mil. It's literally like that. Every time we go after players now, the prices are so inflated. It's ridiculous. I don't know how we're going to make our way around it, but it is what it is. Peeps, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts, okay? Because without your thoughts, there ain't much for us to talk about. But it's just me sitting here with a camera. I hope you lot enjoyed it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Adios, amigos.